Roseanne Barr, who is back on television and back doing stand-up in Vegas at New York, New York, we hear?
Yeah, I get to host this awesome show called The Search for America's Funniest Mom.
Oh.
It's at Nick at Night, so it's kids and it's fun.
Yeah.
And they found 300 of these women that were stand-up comics, and then the audience votes, gets it down to 6 semi-finalists. And they picked a winner, and it was a really good winner, too. It's the one I wanted.
Oh, really? It was? That's good.
Yeah, it was
ended
fair
that
and
way.
good, and they were all hilarious and wonderful.
I
and
bet.
I asked 6 of the semi-finalists to come with me and open up for me at New York, New York, where I'm going to be for a month starting Thursday night.
Joy did the same thing when we did something here like that.
I know, that's awesome. Was
I
it
think
fun?
2 of the girls that are on your show were here also. We have
Really?
Oh.
Palmer, I think, was one of them.
Are they in the clip that we have? Because we have a clip.
Oh. I was going to ask you, you're their role model. Who's your role model?
Phyllis? Yeah.
Phyllis Dillon.
Yeah, but all of them. I mean, Phyllis was great. Joan Rivers, all of them.
Tony Fields, I loved, yes.
But some of these moms were very funny, so let's take a look at them. Yeah.
Take a look.
Mother. Which is okay, because I think the more you screw up your children, the more interesting they'll be as adults.
But here's the real reason why I hate getting old. Every time I sneeze now, I pee.
Isn't it amazing how quickly you can go from affection to violence with children?
It's like, oh, hi.
I'm a mom, but the only thing I don't like about being a mom is having kids.
Yeah.
That had to be so hard, I can't imagine, with the hours and everything. What was the hardest
part?
Well,
I had a great husband, so that helped, and that always helps everything.
Yeah.
And when I'd go on at night, you know, at the club, he stayed home and he did, like, take care of the kids, do the laundry, make the dinner, so that's the only reason why it wasn't hard. Some of these women don't have any husbands, though.
I don't know how they're doing
And, you know, I mean, being alone and stuff,
it's a lot harder.
And in Utah.
Being a stand-up,
that must have been rough for you.
Being a stand-up comic and a mother, 2 of the most courageous professions ever.
What?
To be a stand-up and being a mother, it's like 2 of the most courageous things you can do.
It kind of is, yeah. It kind of is. And to talk about doing it, too, is a good thing. And that's why I like doing this, because these moms, they all have a lot of good things to say, not just about, you know, the regular stuff about being in the house, but about the world. And I think that people really need to start, again, listening to what moms have to say.
Yes.
Right.
I hear you.
Very true.
That was kind of why I was...
Do you ever go work out new stuff at local comedy clubs? Have you done that lately?
I do sometimes, because I live by one that I can walk to, so if I drink too much, I can walk home.
Right.
So I do, yeah.
I have the same thing. I have one right on my street. But don't you feel it's so interesting? Because we used to know when we were starting, all the comics all knew each other, and now you go there and you feel like, wow, it's a whole new world. It's a whole nother generation of comics.
It is a whole other generation, and they're doing it different than we did it. Like they do in every generation. There's a whole new brand of style of comedy.
That's true. But we're kind of in the older generation now.
Isn't that freaky? Like when people are like younger than you, don't you hate them right away? And now they're like looking up to me like I'm old, and I mean, it's like, how did I get old?
Well, when the gray hair comes out, it's going to be brutal.
No, I'm just I'm wanting to accept it, but I'm like used to being the young hippie that went against the establishment thing, but now it's like, now I am that, and I just gotta be okay with it.
Do your daughters ask you advice, like, you know, with this 4th grandbaby coming along? I'm sure they have a lot of questions, too. Do they come to you, or do you just give it to them?
I just force it on them, but they never listen anyway. I mean, they never do anything that I tell them to do. Like, unless they read it online, they don't believe it. If I say, I told you that myself. They don't want to hear anything I have to say. I don't think anybody wants to listen to their mom anymore.
Yeah, we cross-reference.
We were talking before about general pace and the gays in the military. You have any thoughts on that?
Well, you know, yes, I have a lot of thoughts on that, and probably hours and hours that you don't want to hear. But no, I mean, if people are qualified for the job, it's just crazy, but everything's crazy. That's why I'm hoping the people who fix the elections will let a Democrat in next time.
Right about money. That's right.
And just to change it up.
Just for the sake of democracy.
Just change it up. Yeah. I mean, and what about gays in the military, though? They should be able to fight if they're. What's the difference, right?
I mean, if they're willing to serve, why would anybody do that if they're willing to serve and do all the fighting, actually put their body on the line. Why would you insult that one? And then at the same time, tell everybody that they should do it. So it's like two different crazy messages. It's like, it's going like this, but I think that's all to confuse us so that we don't really look at what's really going on.
That's right. It's the art of distraction. It's like what you do to a little kid. You know, a little kid is asking a question you don't want to answer as a parent. You distract them. Oh, do you want a cookie? You want a color over there? And all of a sudden their attention is gone. That's what we're being fed in the media.
I think that's true, but it's scary too. Well, I think we're getting smarter and smarter. But it's scary too because the fact that we did vote. And I mean, it couldn't have been a more overwhelming thing that it went from, California straight across, Democrat, Democrat, Democrat. And I feel like that's already been nullified. And I think that that was like the American people, 70% or more of us really don't want this war. Right. And they just keep on spinning it like we do.
They don't spin it. They just don't listen.
Are you a fan of Hillary or Barack? Barack or Hillary? Do you have a camp yet?
I don't really know. I mean, we still have 2 years. Let's see what they say. I don't care what they look like.
Right.
I don't care what shape or color their skin is.
Yeah.
It's what are they going to talk about? Here's what I say. Well, now that you applaud, you just encourage me, so I'll go ahead. I want to see real stuff that affects like working families on the ballot. Working, regular, middle American people, not extremes, but the American people themselves. These people, they've got to tell us what we want to hear, or we're not going to vote for them. And I kind of go sometimes, this may be the time in our history that we start a third party, a green party that's about solar energy, and we vote for what we really believe, not what we hate least, but what we really believe. That's what our country is about, and we really should exercise the right to vote for what we really believe in.
That's right, especially when the two parties become so similar, where they're all just corporately owned and all big money, and, where's the voice of America? I don't know, it seems to be lost nowadays.
That seems to be left out, and I think that this vote, the last vote, I think that that's changing everything, and I just want to encourage people, stay brave, man, and keep doing it. Stay brave and keep doing it.
And if anyone ever taught us that, it's you. Roseanne Barr, the funniest mom in America, premieres April 10th on Nick at Night. There you go. Everyone is getting a copy of Roseanne, now available on DVD. We'll be back right after this. Good job.